Base launch trajectory and countdown net. Pad is clear.
10, 9, 8,
Launch auto sequence has
7,
started.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Go for launch.
Vehicle is supersonic.
Stage separation confirmed. Dragon, separation confirmed. Stage 1 is transonic. Landing legs have deployed. And Falcon 9 has landed.
Good evening. My name is Ian McCullough, and I'm a sales manager here at SpaceX. Thanks for tuning in as we attempt our 180th overall SpaceX launch, set to lift off with 54 Starlink satellites from Florida's Space Launch Complex 40. If you've been following along with our launch schedule, you'll know that lightning and poor weather forced us to stand down from our 4 other launch attempts this week. The weather officer has once again held a briefing around T-minus 40 minutes and indicated that weather is looking favorable for tonight's T-minus 0. We're currently at only a 20% chance of violating launch criteria. It does look like a beautiful night tonight to hit the Cape, so here's hoping we're able to lift off this evening. The teams are currently tracking no issues with Falcon 9 or the spacecraft, and the range is green for launch, and we are proceeding with a T-minus 0 of 8:18 p.m. Eastern Time. With liftoff just 3 minutes and 45 seconds from now, we are standing by for TE retraction. We should be seeing, and we can see the clamp arms opening up now.
Stage 1 lock load complete.
And at T-minus 3 minutes, the Falcon 9 first stage is fully loaded with RP-1 and LOX, and we're awaiting completion of LOX load on the second stage in about T-minus 1 minute from now. We'll keep listening in for stage 2 LOX load completion.
Stage 2 lock load complete.
Falcon 9 is now fully loaded with 1 million pounds of fuel and liquid oxygen. Today marks SpaceX's 96th overall launch from Space Launch Complex 40, and as I mentioned earlier, it's our 180th launch overall.
Ground closeouts has started.
The booster you see on your screen is flying for its 6th time today, previously having supported CRS-22, Crew 3, Turksat 5B, Crew 4, and CRS-25. After liftoff and stage separation, the booster is scheduled to land on our drone ship, Just Read the Instructions, which is currently stationed in the Atlantic Ocean.
Falcon 9 is in startup. Go for launch. T-minus 30 seconds.
15 seconds. T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition and liftoff of Starlink 4-34. Go Falcon 9. Stage 1 chamber pressure.
And we've had a successful liftoff of Falcon 9 from Space Launch Complex 40 at Cape Canaveral, Florida. Beautiful night here at the
Falcon
Space
power
Coast.
and telemetry is nominal. XQ.
Vehicles pass through max Q, which is the point of maximum dynamic pressure on the rocket. We are about 1 minute to main engine cutoff, stage separation,
Start event back chill.
and second engine startup. Keep an eye out for these events happening in quick succession. Main engine cutoff is where we will shut down all 9 engines on the Falcon 9's first stage. Beautiful clear night out here on the west coast, on the east coast.
Eco.
Stage separation confirmed.
Impact startup.
Fairing separation confirmed.
And there we had main engine cutoff 1, stage separation, and second engine startup 1, followed by fairing deploy. Today marks the 3rd flight for one of these fairing halves and the 4th flight of another. We will attempt to recover both of the fairing halves again to use on a future launch. Beautiful night out here. On the right side of your screen, you can see stage 2 is accelerating into space, while the left side of your screen, stage 1, the grid fins have deployed, and stage 1 is entering back into the Earth's atmosphere.
Acquisition of signal, Bermuda.
Again, today's mission marks SpaceX's 180th overall launch and our 42nd launch this year. And this first stage booster has flown several missions previously. CRS-22, Crew 3, Turksat 5B, Crew 4, and CRS-25.
vehicles are following nominal trajectories.
As a reminder, Starlink is a satellite internet constellation designed and manufactured by SpaceX to provide high-speed, low-latency internet to people living in rural and remote locations around the globe. On the left side of the screen, you can see some small attitude adjustments being made from the gas that's being blown out the side. In about 30 seconds, we'll have stage 1 entry burn startup. This is a 3-engine burn that will continue as the stage 1 enters in the atmosphere and slows it down for atmospheric reentry.
Stage 1 entry burn startup.
Stage 1 FTS has safed.
Stage 1 has ignited its engines and is slowing down. It's a 20-second burn.
Stage 1 entry burn shutdown.
We had a successful shutdown. Stage 1 will now coast through the atmosphere until landing burn out of the Atlantic Ocean and land on our drone ship, target landing on our drone ship.
Stage 2 FTS has safed.
Just read the instructions. On the left side of the screen, you can see that stage 1 is slowing down very quickly.
Stage 1 transonic.
You heard that first stage is transonic. This means that it's traveling near the speed of sound.
Terminal guidance.
I'll look out here for in just a few moments for a landing burn.
Stage 1 landing burn.
Stage 1 has lit its one engine to prepare for our landing on drone ship. Just read the instructions.
Stage 1 landing leg deploy.
TECO.
Stage 1 landing confirmed.
Falcon 9 has landed, marking the 135th
Nominal
landing
orbit insertion.
of a Falcon 9 first stage and the 42nd launch of 2022. As you may have heard, shortly after
Signal. Cape.
landing burn start, we had a successful engine cutoff. Stage 2 is now carrying its 54 Starlink satellites into low Earth orbit. And we also had a confirmation of good orbit. With confirmation of the first stage landing
Acquisition of signal, Newfoundland.
and successful engine cutoff, we'll wrap up today's launch coverage. If you're interested in following along, we have our nets live on YouTube, and be sure to check SpaceX social media for confirmation of Starlink deploy. Thanks for joining us this evening, and we'll see you again soon.